Welcome to the Utah Football Fans Podcast. Please like, subscribe, and share. And as always, go Utes.
If you've been following bowl games at all, you will immediately recognize that most bowl games, the teams playing are not even the teams that were in the regular season. The bowl games are a shell of what the teams were. If you haven't done it, get online and look up. There's several of them. It's Bowl Game Opt-Out Tracker.
Oh my gosh.
It's the Bowl Games Opt-Out Tracker. And it will show the game, each bowl game and the teams, and we'll have a list of the guys that are playing. And in particular, the bowls that mean nothing, it's like, okay, it's not even the freaking teams that played or are going to be the teams in the upcoming season. This is all because of the portal and NIL, and they've killed the bowls. You can't judge any of these teams. In other words, the teams of this season and the teams going forward with what we're seeing in these bowl games. In most of these. For instance, did you watch USC game?
Yeah.
Okay. Great win. The dude lit it up. Good for him. Third stringer, by the way.
It just shows Caleb Williams is overrated.
No. Both those teams had tons of players gone. USC, I think, had over 20 players that weren't even playing. We're not even out there. Now, I'm not saying all of them are the starters and whatever, but that's kind of indicative of all the bowl games. And for me, bowl games used to be a big deal. It was like, okay, it was the pinnacle of the season. You had this team and their record, and they're good. We'll come together and let's see who's better. That isn't the case anymore. We're getting, I don't even know what you call it, but it's not the teams from the rest of the season who are playing each other. It's ridiculous. It's a joke.
It's basically glorified spring ball games because it's the second, the third string guys. And you're right, Gary, it's not even the teams that are going to end up playing in the spring or in next fall, because a bunch of those guys are probably going to end up leaving because there's a whole new transfer portal window that'll open up after spring, which is just so stupid.
You get different new guys will come in.
It's just, it's again, it's like we play this amazing sport all season. We love it so much. And then you get to the pinnacle of college football and it just like takes a nosedive and basically means absolutely nothing. We have to wait an entire month for the playoff to actually start. And in between, you have all these games where no one's even playing. Like, what is it? The Orange Bowl, Florida State and Georgia. There's over 40 players that aren't playing. How do you judge a game like that? Like, how do we get on here and predict who's going to win these bowl games when 40 plus dudes aren't even playing in it?
Yeah, so Texas Mike, exhibition. It's a perfect way to say it. Most bowl games have become exhibitions. They're not even a representative of the past season and the upcoming season. It's weird. The bowls are being destroyed right before our faces, before our eyes. It doesn't even excite me, to be honest with you, all these bowls, because I'm not even seeing the teams or the guys that played all season. Most of them.
Well, and it's not even just like, okay, the Vegas Bowl, right? Okay, no, let's be honest, it's the Vegas Bowl. We don't really care. The Potato Bowl, the Pop-Tart Bowl that was today, whatever it is. Okay, those games, no one really cares. We're talking about the Orange Bowl, one of the premier bowl games in college football against two top, what I've been told all season, two top 4 teams are playing each other. Georgia, Florida State. They both got slided. They both should have been in the playoff. On and on and on. All right, Florida State, go prove me wrong, right? I came on here and said that they shouldn't just be in the playoff. Prove me wrong. 40 dudes aren't going to be playing. Those are garbage. I'm not going to watch that game. It's a bunch of second, third string dudes that have never seen the field going up against second and third string dudes that have never seen the field. It's boring. It's destroyed the bowl games. I know there's always been this conversation of, okay, well, especially when the playoff happened or BCS, certain bowl games don't matter. Never to this level. This is just next level. I've never seen anything like it. I mean, I'm watching Oklahoma, Arizona right now. And I'm watching going, I have no idea if these are the two teams that played back in September. I have no clue. I hate it.
Let me show you. You mentioned the Orange Bowl. I printed this off because it's unbelievable. So this is one of the New Year's Six games. It's one of the biggest bowl games there is, the Orange Bowl. Even if it's not one of the Final Four games or the Final Four teams, it's one of the biggest bowls historically.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it doesn't mean much anymore because I'll just put this up to the camera. That's Georgia's team.
The opt-outs?
These are the opt-outs for Georgia. Look it up.
Yes. So if you're listening on the audio, you're not seeing his.
By the way, this is Gary printing stuff off and showing it on his screen instead of just hitting this button down here that says present, which is pretty cool. But I respect it.
Florida State.
Don't let him change you, Gary.
Florida. If you can, look at that.
I know. They're full page lists.
40 players who've decided and have said, well, the Orange Bowl doesn't mean anything. I'm out. So I'm not even going to predict that game because it's not Georgia and it's not Florida State. Florida State went off crying into the sunset because they didn't make it, which aggravates me. And Georgia, I mean, essentially doing the same thing. They didn't make it to the final. So we're just going to whine and we're all going to leave. And to me, it's a disgrace. And it's, again, one of the, I don't know, the game's getting ruined right in front of us. Bowls are being ruined right in front of us. 40 guys out. Dude.
Yeah. And so, I mean, I think it is hard. It's hard to even predict any of these games. I think really the ones we should talk about are the CFP, the playoff games, the 2 playoff games, unless there's other ones you want to talk about. But it's
here. I just want to say one point, and we'll get to the playoff games. Here's the thing, and I'm reading the comments, and I'm with you, right? Gabriel's not playing for Oklahoma, right? So perfect example. He's transferring to Oregon. Shocker. And then it's like, okay, why would they play? Right? Why would you play? It's a meaningless bowl game. Okay. Well, the problem is, and some of the Utah fans ran into this, they still expect us as fans to be dedicated, to spend our time, our money around this time of the year to go to the game, to spend our money, to buy those tickets, to buy the plane tickets. And so it's like, yeah, I get that the Orange Bowl, it's a great game. It's not a playoff game. So, okay, it's meaningless on paper. I get that. But hey, still spend all your money and come to the game, fans, because we need your money.
Away, man.
And that to me is where it really bugs me. If I'm a Florida State fan, if I'm a Georgia fan, I'll screw you. No, screw you. I can't name half the starters on my team anymore. So I'm going to sit home and stream it illegally like James does everything else, because it's just I expect you to spend your money, but our players aren't even going to play. No, it's just nope. So that's my little rant. But yeah, let's talk about the games that still matter, if we can.
Shall we do one? I was just going to say that. What did I have? Because I know there's some Oregon guys that are here. Best I can tell is that Liberty has like 7 or 9 guys that are opting out for whatever reason. And of course, these may be guys that never ever play. I mean, I don't know everybody. Yeah. And Oregon has 10 guys that are opting out, which is not many. But Bo Nix is playing. I guess we could pick that game. Oregon's going to win that game.
Oregon got screwed, by the way, in playing.
Yes, they did.
Oregon
got that's screwed. A shame.
Yeah.
They should have been playing Georgia. Maybe Georgia doesn't decide to play. I don't know. But anyway, let's